Hi everyone, this is Ketty. You can find my blog Ketty's Corner at botsandbytes.com. This is my first review on YouTube, and it's going to be on the Logitech wireless solar keyboard model number K750. This is my personal keyboard that I'm currently using. I'm not from a tech review website, and all reviews I post on my channel will be of products I personally own and use. I wanted to do a review for this keyboard because I really like it, and I don't think a lot of people know about it. I'm a member on the Slick Deals forums, and if you don't know what that is, it's a website where people come together to share good deals and discounts on products and services. So I noticed that every time a deal for this keyboard was posted, the thread would not get as much attention compared to the other Logitech keyboard threads. So maybe it's because it's a relatively new product. This keyboard was released in the November of 2010. That's about half a year ago at the making of this video, and I've had this keyboard for about 2 months. So to start off the review, I'm going to show you my previous keyboard. This is the Microsoft Natural Ergonomic Keyboard 4000. A lot of people own and love this keyboard, but for me, I didn't really like it. So as you can see, it's a monster of a keyboard. It comes with this plastic riser attached in the box, and I think Microsoft wants you to use it this way to, I guess, help your wrists. But I found that this keyboard was so big it did not fit in my keyboard tray on my desk, so I had to take it off. But then I felt like I wasn't using this keyboard like it was intended to be used, and that kind of bothered me. Another big problem with this keyboard was I found the keys to be really stiff, especially the spacebar, which I use, I think, the most often. And there's one pad in the middle of the spacebar. However, when you go to press the spacebar, your fingers would be on the side, so the weight of the keystroke was not evenly distributed. So what ended up happening to me is I would miss the spacebar all the time. And I even had friends come over, use my computer, and then comment how this keyboard was hard to use. I got this keyboard for $20 2 Black Fridays ago. And right now it retails on the Microsoft website for $60, but you can get it cheaper for $35. This is an old product, and I do not recommend it. So, onto my new keyboard that this review is about. So I decided to find a new keyboard, and I really like Logitech products, so I went on there and was looking for chiclet style keyboards, because the lab I work in, everybody has a chiclet style keyboard, and I'm like, oh, what's so great about them? So I was looking, and I found this one that's not only a chiclet keyboard, but it's also solar powered, and I was kind of excited. Compared to my last keyboard, this is wireless instead of wired. And at first I was worried to try it because I heard that wireless keyboards tend to be unreliable and then miss and skip keystrokes. However, after using this for 2 months, I have not found that to be a problem with this keyboard. I also love how I never have to buy replacement batteries or hook it up anywhere to charge it. I paid $60 for this keyboard at Best Buy. This was on sale when I bought this. Normally it's $80 on the Logitech website. I think it goes on sale for $60. That's the sale price every month or so. So if you intend to buy it, look for that price. Alright, so this is the box that the keyboard comes in. It's nothing special, but I just wanted to show you what it looks like in case you want to buy this product in the stores instead of ordering online. And it's the standard aqua green that I think all Logitech products come in. And in the box, you'll find this microfiber cleaning cloth and the USB transceiver. It's in 2 parts, the extender and the actual antenna. It's a unifying transceiver, which means that you can connect up to, I think, 4 Logitech wireless products at the same time to one transceiver. And if you lose this, I think they sell replacement transceivers on the Logitech website. The extender's there so it separates your actual antenna away from your metal box. That's your desktop case, because the wireless signals can get reflected by your metal casing, and it can bounce all over the place. So you can lose signal integrity, and also it can damage the antenna itself. So if you notice in the corner of the box, it says this keyboard is only 1/3 inch thick, and indeed it is very thin. So I'm going to compare this to my second generation white Apple iPad, and as you can see, it's thinner. Well, without the keys coming out, the body of the keyboard is actually thinner than the iPad. That's pretty cool, huh? So the whole thing is plastic, but although it's very thin, it doesn't feel very flimsy. In fact, it's pretty sturdy, and it has substantial weight to it. And like that Apple iPad, which has an aluminum backing, it's plastic, so it's not gonna be it's not gonna be super sturdy like the iPad. So don't expect that, but it's pretty sturdy. So the front is black and glossy, as you can see, and it's very reflective. Here's the solar panels. It looks like your old school calculator. The back is white. There's little feet on the back in case you want some elevation to your keyboard. So back to the front, the keys feel very nice to type on. They're scissor type keys like those found on laptops, and it feels like a laptop keyboard. So here's what it sounds like when I mash on it. The only other chiclet keyboard I've typed on for extensive periods and actually did work on was the keyboard found on MacBook Pros. I like this keyboard a lot better compared to the chiclet keyboard on the Macs, because there's more room to it, because it's a full-size keyboard, and the keys feel more solid. Not in terms of, you know, how much they give into pressure when you press on them, like they press fine, but once you press it all the way and hit the bottom of the keyboard is actually sturdy enough to like push back. So unlike the Mac keyboard, which feels like a couch cushion, like it's just so squishy that for some reason it feels like it sinks when I push on the keys. So another thing I've noticed is that the keys on this keyboard are somewhat inverted, like there's little wells. I don't know if you can see. Like they're not flat. So the function keys are flat, like you would expect on normal chiclet keyboards. Like all these keys on the top are flat. However, the keys in the middle, like the letters and the numbers and even the arrow buttons, are kind of inverted. So whenever I use this, I find that my fingers sort of like find the center of the keys, and they sink, you know, to the center of the keys, and I like that. Whereas if you have like any other chiclet keyboard which doesn't have this feature, the keys are flat, so sometimes you might find your fingers, you know, slip off to the side where the slots are. So yeah, that's a nice little subtle feature of this keyboard. Alright, now I'm going to show you more in-depthly the keyboard layout. So this is a full-size QWERTY keyboard. It's made for Windows platforms, although I have verified that this works on MacBook Pros, or probably all Macs, as plug and play, so you don't need to download any special software to be able to type on this keyboard. However, you might need special software from Logitech to run these special function keys, which are activated by pressing this function button on the bottom, just like on, you know, laptops. So the special function keys include like things like search, calculators, music, volume buttons, and stop and play, all that sorts of stuff. And on the side there's a on-off switch, which I really like because a lot of times I have books piled up on my desk and it'll be on top of my keyboard, and I don't want to accidentally press keys, so I would just turn this keyboard off and when I want to use the keyboard again, I'll turn it back on, and it takes about like half a second to wake up. And here you'll notice a special key not found on any other keyboard. It has little smiley faces next to 2 LEDs. One's, so my camera's not focusing very well, but it's a happy face and a sad face next to a green and red LED. And what this button does is when you press it, it'll either light up the green or the red LED, indicating whether the solar panels are getting enough light for your keyboard to charge. If you install the special software that's on the Logitech website, you can get the solar app, which launches when you press this button, and I will be demonstrating the solar app later on my screen at the end of the video, and it will show a gauge of how much light your keyboard is getting, as well as your energy reserve. So according to Logitech, you can use this keyboard in complete darkness for 3 months, but I've hardly ever went a day without charging this thing because it charges under any light conditions. So right now, this keyboard's charging. Alright, so this concludes part 1 of my video because I'm running out of time here and this video is pretty big. So if you would like to see the rest of the part 2 where I'll be comparing other keyboards to this keyboard, please click the link on the side or on the video. Thank you.